Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the
Shade.
City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to bring you our recap of the love that happens during the lockup. Season 5, episode 28. Something about mourning, the morning after, but it's mourning, like sad mourning. And we'll get into that. But which is sad because we're not really.
She's mourning.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, he's not mourning yet. She didn't pass, I hope. But anyway, y'all, trying to get too much in the episode before we get into it. So if you haven't already, please make sure that you hit the like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's go ahead. Let's jump into it. And let's get shady. So we're going to start off with our good friends Joey and Michael. Now, Michael is upset because Joey has been dealing with, apparently his mom had stroke in this episode, and Joey goes by. He's talking to his friend Nancy, and basically Joey's caught up, and Michael wants his attention. He's sitting up in the cell waiting for phone calls and stuff, and Joey got other things going on. Just because your life is stuck don't mean his is. So
Literally, mom had an aneurysm, caused her to have
right,
a stroke, and they let all the family see her because they didn't think she was going to make it. Like,
right.
sir.
So then, like I said, he goes to spot to see his homegirl Nancy, and he basically says that he's now second guessing this relationship with Michael. Nancy has similar concerns about Joey relapsing if things don't work out with Michael, and just with everything going on around him with his mom. We all know that can, trigger a relapse. So, he's tired of waiting on Michael. He says, he's like, look, when I need somebody to talk to, when I need somebody to hug and cuddle with, Michael ain't there. He's just, he just wants me to phone bone. He's not really there for me. So, and I kind of agree with him. And so he doesn't know if he can wait, till he gets out. And then he's thinking about all these, now that he's second guessing everything, he's, thinking about all these major decisions that he has to make, finding a place for them to stay when he gets out and all this other stuff.
Okay, she's like, I might have to take care of my parents. Like, I need to put things in perspective.
Right.
What is the priority? Not this grown ass man that's locked away that I got to take care of. And I got my parents over here that actually need me and give a damn about me.
That part. And then he also talks about how he's supposed to be meeting up with Michael's mom so they can figure out basically how to get him on the right path, before he gets out or when he gets out. And I said, well, he's a whole grown man. So I understand that you feel like he like mentally stopped at whatever age when he got locked up. But yeah, I don't think there's much you and mama can do. He has to want to do it for himself. Just my thoughts. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's, a nice idea, but nobody knows when Michael's getting out. So, I mean, this could be for something that's 6-7 years down the line. I mean, he'll be a totally changed man by then. So we got to figure out when the hell Michael coming home first.
Yes, because to Nels's point, Michael does let us know, Joey's under the impression that he's going to parole in 4 months. And Michael makes it very clear that that's probably not going to happen. He has another charge or a newer charge that he's in there for. And really, he's looking at about 6 years. So what this says to me, I can't say that because they did the same thing with Jade and Chris. But why are you on our screen? So either you lied to producers as well about when you thought you were going to get out, or they just didn't care, like a Jade and Chris situation, and they just decided we're going to start following this couple
for the drama.
For the drama.
Mm-hmm. Joey said he ain't waiting. He said if this next pro day come up, he ain't coming home. He's chucking up the deuces.
He said, I won't wait for you. He is not waiting.
And Candice.
Nell's his favorite.
She know damn well. So Candice is in the car giving Andrew some sob story about, the halfway house she about to go stay at is the same place that, the motel she used to be at before she got locked up. And now, she got to go back there. She's talking about how, she doesn't understand.
It might trigger her. I could understand that. It might trigger her if that's where she was at before she didn't. And obviously she had a drug issue. So clearly that's where she used to get high, I would assume.
Give a damn. Okay. So she's
terrible. I feel for she has a story. She has a past.
Everybody got a story.
They're terrible.
Problem is she don't care about nobody else's story but her own. So she's talking about how she doesn't understand why she, can't just go stay at the apartment. Like she don't understand that these people rule your life now. Have you not been living in a situation where they rule your life? You get out and go to a halfway house. It's the same thing. So she finally gets there. She's told that she can go to the apartment as long as, and stay out all night as long as she check in, as long as she,
text, as long as she check in via text every day.
Yes, via text. But she feeling like, there's a whole setup.
She seemed like she was mad about that.
Because she's confused. She don't know what she want to do. She's like, I think she's worried that she's going to get in trouble listening to these people because it's the PO that can really lock her up. Now, even though she knows she doesn't want to go back to jail, and, the PO has the ability to do that, she decided to go see the apartment any damn way. So I guess she felt like, it was worth it to go see the apartment, take a fresh shower, and get some fried chicken. But then when it's time to go lay her ass down,
that fried chicken didn't even look good.
Did you?
It won't no Uncle C's chicken. For those in the DMV area, especially VA area, it won't no Uncle C's chicken. It looked, even the French fries look bad.
When he said he was going to put, I wasn't expecting much.
No, okay.
When it was time to go lay down, she basically said, yeah, we can sleep in the same bed, but don't touch me. We ain't there yet. I ain't there yet. That's not what it's.
He has to respect her boundaries.
So then the next morning, she told him, she can't have sex with him because it brings up all these bad feelings from her abusive past.
Her boundaries. I'm just playing the advocate. I'm doing what I do best.
As per usual. Then she's talking about, her main focus is her son. And, she says she's ready. She is ready for a committed relationship and she doesn't want to do this alone. But then in the same breath says that it'll be easier once he leaves in 6 days because, then she can do everything she needs to do on her own and not worry about anybody's emotions.
God damn it, I froze.
Yes, she did. Now, poor Andrew, he over here getting emotional because he wants to take this girl's pain away. And, be Captain Save a Felon.
We get into our good boy, Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Pretty Ricky and Samantha. Now, he's out here writing a heartfelt song for Samantha.
Your picture, girl, your picture.
What picture? Oh, that ain't Pretty Ricky. That is not
Pretty
Ricky. No. Okay, there we go.
Or Ricardo.
So he wants to let her know that he's serious about, wanting to get married. She calls, they were supposed to have a scheduled call, date night as he calls it. And she was super late. And basically when she does call, she said, look, I really don't feel like talking to you, but I know you was going to think it's weird if I didn't call. So, but I don't really feel like arguing with you. And so he
said, I don't either, baby. I wrote a song.
Right. He said, you want to hear a song? Want to hear a song about it? Here you go. So then he sings the song for her that I won't even try, to replicate because it was special. It was special. So I'm gonna let them have that.
She loved it. I loved it.
You said you loved it?
No, I said Samantha loved it.
Samantha seemed very unmoved.
No, she because before she was cold as ice.
In my opinion, I think she was unmoved and she was like, so yeah, you got them vitamins and the lotion and the coffee for me.
No. When he wrote the song and said, I'm coming out there, I want to marry you right now, she was like, oh my God, like that just took so much off of me, a weight off my shoulders, and you eased up
my heart. I ain't got to figure out where I'm going to get this coffee from.
I can't stand you.
Yeah, I don't know, Shade Squad. Y'all
trying to get this coffee by tomorrow, Trees. She's trying to get this coffee by tomorrow.
Trying to get this coffee by tomorrow. And look, I'm a coffee addict. I know.
Jesus Christ. I don't know that struggle.
Might do some strange things for some coffee beans, okay? So
I can't stand it.
So anyway, he tells her he wants to come to Idaho. He wants to marry her so they can start their life together. And then he actually gets emotional talking to her.
Ugly crying.
Yeah, and was like, I'm just so happy that I found her. And so then we meet Ricardo. So we got Ricky Ricardo. And he tells him, he goes to pick him up. Apparently he's an Uber driver that he done made friends with.
Who that remind you of? Don't worry. I'll wait.
I'm trying to think about it. An Uber driver that he made friends with.
That don't remind you of nobody?
No.
You don't know nobody that would do nothing like that?
Oh, absolutely. I know people, I might have done some things like that,
It's you, Heifer. It's you.
Back in the day. Before Uber was a thing.
You would definitely make friends with the Uber driver, get in contact. Yeah, what up, homie? Yeah, we going to church together. We hanging out together. Yes, that's you. You all the way. You are Ricky. Ricky.
No, Ricardo. I'd just be like, you want this Uber ride? Da-da-da, come on over here. Da-da-da. You know what I mean?
I don't mean if you was the Uber driver. I mean if you was Ricky.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't be besties, but yeah, I'd be like, I got some money for you if you want some money. But I ain't know we can't go to the function together.
She full of it, y'all. She would have made friends.
No, what
if they got into a in-depth conversation. Okay, I don't know how long they was riding for, how long it took them to be friends, but Treese would have she would have spilled all her guts, let the Uber driver spill all their guts, and they would have been besties for life.
I wouldn't say besties for life, but I would have always had a ride if they were available and didn't have another call. This is before Uber got more strict.
This so reminded me of you. I said, if this ain't Treese right here, Jesus Christ.
And she's embellishing. She's embellishing. So then, so he got Ricardo driving him around. So he says he needs to go look for a ring. So Ricardo's like, oh yeah, let's do this. So he take him over to the pawn shop. He's like, that's a great place to find a ring.
Huh? I said, everybody go to the pawn shop.
I mean, and I can appreciate he keeps saying he broke.
For $300, that wasn't a bad ring, and it was 2 carats.
He didn't get that ring.
He didn't get it, but it was nice.
Oh, no, it wasn't. The first one he looked at wasn't bad, but the ring that he got her.
Yeah, because she couldn't have no bling. Poor baby. Poor baby.
Bless her heart.
Like, you gonna have to get them both, because when I do get out of here, I'm gonna need that first one that you
did. Right. And he actually ends up. Okay. But I guess he said you're gonna work your way up. I'm already paying for vitamins.
More on the damn vitamins than he did on her damn. You got me. Ain't no way in here.
Look, she said she gonna make sure her skin is glowing, everything is popping. Her vitals gonna be right when she get out. Okay.
So Ricardo says she's selling that stuff. He said she ain't nothing but 115 pounds. What the hell she need all that stuff for?
I think that was stuff actually her B12, her collagen. She does look decent for her age. I think
even the lady in the store that works there said that's a lot of vitamins.
$500 worth of vitamins is a lot, but everybody knows vitamins ain't cheap.
Trace, the whole counter was full. Can you
vitamins ain't cheap.
The whole counter was full.
You're stupid. But anyway, this ring that he buys ends up only costing him about $89. Talk about savings. Then as Nell said, they did the vitamin store. And, even though Ricardo was like, I think you might want to be concerned, she's out here pushing. He's like, you know what? He's just so happy, to be in love, and just thinks that, she's high maintenance. And I think I feel like I heard that she's been married a few times.
Mm-hmm. I think they both have, right? I think they both have. I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's interesting.
Next up is Shante and True. True Lies. Okay. So
that's a good name for him, True Lies.
True Lies. So it's 3 weeks before True comes home. Shante is going to meet his mom for the first time. Her kids said they don't want to go. They'd rather go to school. If that ain't a sign. Okay.
That they don't see it for him.
But her niece Janelle says she gonna go. She gonna make sure everything's straight. Okay, she gonna be the ride or die. Now, it don't seem like Shante is really expecting anything positive to come out of this, because apparently she done got into it with the mama before. And now the sister is also going to be there. So her expectations ain't too high. But she says she's really not even really tripping like that, because True and his mom hardly even had a relationship. They just got back talking about 6 months ago, because the woman and the sister helped him get arrested.
Mm-hmm. His mom went and testified as a character witness.
Ain't no way.
And said he ain't gonna change. He need to be locked up.
If you just tell me you hate me, you ain't got to do all of that. Just
right. You could have just declined to get on stand.
Right. Just don't accept my calls, or, you know.
Right.
Write me
money on my books.
Write me off for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't exist. Wait, come on now. Don't get people involved. Absolutely not. Because you are to me after that. Okay. You are. So while she was on the road, True called her to see, how she felt about meeting her future mother-in-law and sister-in-law. And she tried to let him know that basically she wasn't excited. Okay. This is not really what she want to be doing, but she don't want no drama when it's time for him to get out. So she finally sat down with the mama. And right off the bat, she wanted to know why you ain't go see my son. She came up with some BS.
Especially after 2 years, you ain't went to go see it. That was weird. Y'all are giving never ever mets.
Didn't what's her face do the same thing though?
Who?
Joy.
Oh, Joy Nami. Yeah. Joy Nami. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Joy did the same thing.
So basically Shante gave her some BS excuse. But she said she got her own reasons that she don't feel like she needs to share with her. Okay. It's very personal and deep to her. And the mom really don't buy it. She said that she doesn't understand how they've been dating for 2 years, and you ain't never really want to go see this man. That don't make no sense to her. Then when his sister Angela gets there, she want to know, basically how does your baby, how does your fiance, and you ain't go see him. Then say, this man ain't really never dating no black girls, right?
I love how the sister was just upfront, like, yeah, I don't see this working.
Shante said, well, it's the first time for everything. Okay. Angela said, well, I think the girl is nice and all, but
she's delusional.
That don't look like her. That don't look like his type. And really, I don't think it's going to work out for them. Okay. But then I thought that they was pleasantly shocked when they found out that he's supposed to be going and paroling to her house. But apparently he telling them 2 different stories. Got the mama getting the house ready for him, while Shante is making all these arrangements to get ready for him. And he on the phone talking about something. He didn't never tell Shante that he was living with her.
He said, who said that?
Angela said, well, what I want to know is why you proposed to her. And this man said, well, I can't answer that. A quick, because I love her, would have been suffice. Because she's an amazing woman. Because I'm lucky to have her. Something along those lines, would suffice. But to say,
I can't answer that.
Well, nigga, I want to know why you did too then. The hell? Okay.
Around everybody on mute.
I couldn't have been Shante, because I definitely wouldn't have been on mute. Then when he got off the phone,
she was embarrassed. You got me out here meeting your mama, and you can't say anything of why you want, like.
And I'm gonna let you know, I feel embarrassed. I'm not just gonna sit there shut mouth, looking stupid as hell.
I think she just wanted to stop it because he kept saying that made her look delusional.
But this is why he says stuff like that, because she don't speak the hell up.
Okay.
So then when he got off the phone, then the mom asked, so you don't feel like my son is using you? This dumb ass girl gonna say, well, I mean, men on the outside use you too. What that got to do with anything?
And clearly you're used to being used for men on the inside, outside. That's why you accept it.
The point is, girl, you are investing your time, your money, and your energy in this man. Do you not feel used? If that's the case, then let him go, honey. We're not talking about what goes on the outside. We're talking about what you investing your time and energy into. Okay. But she says that, you know, these are all red flags to her. She felt like she needed to pump her brakes, slow it down a little bit, and have a conversation with him. Child, please. Listen, your conversations ain't conversations. Your conversations are getting pushed and ran over.
He'd rather talk about how he gonna spend your money at this restaurant.
I am through with her. Bitch, bye.
And I don't have much to add because it's just sad. We'll get into more delusion. So Ayonna and Jamal, all right. Now I joked with Nails earlier, but I said, you know, clearly God has a sense of humor, because I continue to get Ayonna, and everybody knows that makes my ass itch. Okay. So we see Ayonna and she's upset because she's running late for her visit with Jamal, and life is just so unfair. And why does everybody do me like this? There's just no accountability whatsoever. I pray she knew the man she dropped her kids off with. Because at this point, I believe she's just so enamored with the idea and thought of seeing her man, that she don't give to. Because this whole time, this whole scene or this whole episode that we see her, she's so focused on seeing Jamal and what she's going to do if she can't talk to Jamal, versus worrying about what her kids are going to do for the next 15 days, who's taking care of them. And like, am I wrong, y'all? Am I the only one that's not like really? I'm heated. Like, I'm literally getting hot. I'm making myself have a hot flash right now. Like, it's beyond me. Anyway, so she got Lexi playing her Uber driver again. Lexi admits that Ayonna lives in delusion as well.
I'm so tired of her. She ain't even get a chance to do her lashes, child. She ain't even put on the makeup. The girl tired. She running around. She tired. She tired. Let Lexi be Lexi.
I hope she's paying you to be her Uber driver. At least I pay people. I ain't just had you drive me around for free. So she talks about how the judge is corny and, you know, thinks that, oh, she's just somebody with a piece of paper. And so Jamal calls.
That's controlling your life, though.
Right. Jamal calls and lets her know that, you know, and she's like, oh, I'm still 45 minutes out at this point. And then she starts fussing about the traffic. And my notes actually say, if I was Lexi, I would have put her out my car. I would have put her out my car. If we would have had to fight on the street, we would have had to fight on the street. And that's if I didn't drive off fast enough for you to catch me. I just all like, oh, what is all go and stop and go and bitch, I am driving. Remember the reason why you can't drive? You don't have a license. So what you're not gonna do is get up in my vehicle and then tell me how to drive it. And when I should pull over and stop and give you a minute. If you don't cry in the backseat of this minivan, might not be a Rolls Royce, it might not be a Maybach, bitch, but if you don't cry in the back of this minivan and keep it moving.
She had a Benz.
Whatever.
I think that's Lexi's car, though.
No, I'm sure it's Lexi's car. The point is, it's not hers. And she better get her cries in where she can. But what I'm not going to be doing is pulling over on the side of the road for your dumb ass. Okay? I just will not. So then Ayonna starts perking out that she had less time on her video visit in the actual physical visit than they do on video visits. And I'm like, well, that's because you planned this at the same time that you knew you had sentencing. And you're lucky that you actually didn't have to show up for court, because if they would have locked you up on site.
She didn't plan it that way. And usually,
well, yeah, they moved it. They moved
her court date, and normally you only have certain days that you can have visitors. So it's not like she planned like, I'm gonna come see you this day.
Maybe if you weren't so busy worried about going to see Jamal and fed your baby before the sentencing, you wouldn't have 4 years of probation. Okay. Again, worried about the wrong things. I don't know. So anyway, so as she's flipping out, Jamal calls and, like I said, she's yelling commands at Lexi. And then Jamal tries to calm her down, and she just says she wants Jamal to come home so bad, and she doesn't know what she'll do if she can't talk to Jamal. And that's when I was just completely disgusted at this point, because we have yet to hear about these kids. She's still worried about putting money on his books. I think she did mention something like, oh, I got to make sure my kids are good. But that means you just got to make sure your mama going to watch them. I don't even know if you giving your mama money, but you probably out here giving Jamal money. I believe that.
Oh, she going to make sure there's money on the books, sure.
For sure. And yeah, I was, my notes literally end with, because that's how this, not like Master P.
So, let me tell you what my notes end with. They keep on talking about how they weren't together until he got locked up, right?
But that picture that they showed where she's in the car with him.
Video, that's my thing. Where so they're in the video, they got this candid video of them together where it looks like maybe she's driving, he's in the passenger seat alone, together, looking like, I mean, they're not doing nothing, but she looking all googly eyed, and it looks just too comfortable. Okay.
And and that's why I believe that she was smashing him before her friend, whatever. She was smashing him. Or at least she wanted to. She was thinking about it.
It was just weird. It was just weird. And then like to show, I was like, but y'all talking about how y'all didn't get together until he got locked up. Yeah, that's maybe I didn't. I wonder what that means. Does that mean that y'all didn't make it official, like an official relationship? Like y'all were just smashing before he got locked up. Y'all didn't make it an official relationship until he got locked up. That's got to be what they mean.
Well, y'all drop y'all comments and your thoughts on this episode of The Love During the Lockup. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, the IG. Make sure y'all catch Nels and Really Be tomorrow for Never Ever Met, the live. There's a lot of tea that we got today, and I am so upset that I am not going to be
live. Not tomorrow. It's not tomorrow.
Oh, it's Thursday. I'm sorry. It's Friday, y'all. Forgive me. I don't know what day it is anymore. All I know is
it's because we had a short week. Don't blame her. Don't blame.
Oh no, I just know when I go to Mexico. That's all I care about. So, but yeah, y'all. So it's gonna be Friday, 9 p.m. at 9:30. Look, I'm Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all catch Really Be and Nels for all the Never Ever Met drama that I'm upset I'm missing. But yeah, y'all, we appreciate you. We thank you, and yeah, we will catch you next week for another recap of The Love During the Lockup. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.